Hi everybody, welcome back. In our last video, we decided we're going to turn Wingo into Komodo from Tokyo Mater. And we're using Wingo, the other Wingo we had. In our last video, we took the wing off the back of Wingo and we painted him primer gray. And I filled in the back holes with some clay or some Play-Doh right now to smooth it off. And we're going to paint it right now, this here bright green color. The first thing I'm going to do is put maybe 2 coats of this. It's almost like yellow-green. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I'll mix up the paint and I'll show you in a second. And then do the wheels in green and the tires in black because I kind of got some paint on them right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some yellow and green paint and mix it up to match that color. I'm definitely going to use 2 coats on this car because it's going to require a lot of paint to make it just that color. And I have to put the spikes on the top in a Play-Doh. Just going to mix up the paint now to get things rolling, okay? Here we go. We'll mix up some yellow and some green to get that nice bright greenish yellow color. That looks like a good match there. Okay, let's put a nice thick coat of paint on this here. I'm definitely going to use 2 coats because I really want that to be brought out. The rich color there. And it's going to look pretty good. And I actually fixed up around the eyes. I took a micro brush and I did all around the eyes to make them white again. And that came nice. And I found some Play-Doh I'm going to use to mix up for the top. I covered in these holes already where the spoiler used to be, so that came pretty good. I'm really happy with that. The hard part for me is going to be doing all the design work on the doors. I'm going to have to use like maybe a marker for that or a pencil or something. There's no way I can do that. And the back taillights were just black, so it won't be very hard to do them. But definitely going to use 2 coats. But between coats, I'm going to actually get ready with the Play-Doh for the top to make those spikes on the top. I don't know what they're for. The car is called a Komodo, so it's probably named after Komodo dragon, and the Komodo dragon has all kinds of spikes on its back too, so that's what's going on here. Okay, so let me hold this a little differently. There we go. So I can get it at the bottom too. I don't want to make a mistake. Oops, I don't want to drop it either. I dropped the one yesterday when I was doing Yokoza. I dropped him upside down. Wow, that's a nice color. What do you think? Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of work to make this video, so I'm glad I did the primer first because that was like a 5-minute video as it was. This is gonna be a long video, guys, so sit back and relax and see if I can get this done. Okay, now around the eyes with the hard part. Perfect. Beautiful. The color's right on. And the spoiler I'll get underneath too, and the tailpipe I'll paint again silver. There, check that out, that came nice. We'll leave that dry and come back and maybe we'll do the wheels and tires, and then we'll get ready to put the spikes on top. Okay, now that dried pretty good. Now here's the color of the car. I'll show you how close we are. Now that's pretty close. And I don't have the real car, so I'm going by pictures of it, but the wheels are green. So I have some nice lime green paint right here. I'll zoom out so you can see it. And I'm going to put some right here. I'm going to do the wheels next, and then I'm going to do the tires, okay? So let's just get a smaller brush. I have one right here. And I'm going to put this green paint on all 4 wheels. Then I'm going to come back and do the tires later, okay? So just bear with me. I'm kind of sloppy here. That's a nice perfect color for those wheels. Someone showed me before. Blow through them, and it just takes the color right through the wheel. I do that there. So it does a good job. It's a good tip. That was a long time ago someone told me to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to put 2 coats on the wheels or not, because I'm not sure it would make much difference. And let's see. Now I'm going to have to figure out what to do with the Play-Doh next, I think. I'm going to leave these dry and then do the tires, and then work on the notches on the top, the bumps on the back of the Komodo dragon car. Yeah, that's it. There's all 4 wheels in green. That's pretty close. Let's have a look. Yeah, they'll be nice when they're black, so the tires are black. So let's leave that for a few minutes. And the mirrors in this car are yellow. And I'm going to work on the notches now with some Play-Doh. Let me get that out next and I'll see if I can figure that out. It looks like there's kind of notches all the way around it. So I'm going to try and make a rack around the outside and then cut the pieces all together. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I'm going to get a knife now and cut the pieces out. See if I can make it look a little more original. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm just going to try and see what I can do with this here. Those notches all along this piece here. I'm going to cut that part out first there. I hope it resembles a little bit what I'm trying to do. And I won't talk, I'll just speed it up. Okay, that's not an exact replica, but that's close enough for me. I'm having a rough job getting it on there now, so what I'm going to do now, believe it or not, is I have to fix those wheels again. Most of the paint came off of my fingers. Let's try that whole thing again. I should let it dry first. But actually the second coat will help it anyway. Be careful not to run the roof down because I got those beautiful spikes up there that are on the back of Komodo, the dragon. I guess that's what it's for. Beautiful. Actually, the better a second coat, so I'm not worried about it. Then I'll leave it dry for a minute. Then I'll come back and do the tires and put the second coat on. Okay, I mixed up a whole bunch of paint here to match the set for the second coat of Komodo, and I'm going to put it on now. I'm going to be very careful on these spikes. I don't want them to move, but I want the paint to actually bond the spikes to the roof. The car's really warm now because I had it under the heat lamp for the last 10 minutes, so the paint will dry really fast. And you'll notice the paint is a little different green because I found this color more matches the color of Komodo. And I think it looks a whole lot better. And it's going on nice too, nice and thick, so I like it. Still got a lot of work to do yet. It's going to be a long video, like I keep saying, very long. I have to do the windows and the stripe on the engine hood, and that's a red stripe. And I have to do somehow, I come up with a scale design on the side with a green pen or a green marker or something. But these here spikes came great. I'm really happy with that. A lot of work molding the Play-Doh to look like that, but it came nice. What do you think? See? And now I got to try and turn this so I don't get my fingers all over it. And the wheels, 2 coats of green on the wheels. I might even put a third on, and to make sure they stand out nice. The mirrors are the same color as the body, so not worried about that. Go across the eyes, and apparently there's a black rim around the windshield, all around the window black, so I have to do that too. And this video is getting longer and longer all the time. It's gonna be a long one, probably over 20 minutes by the time I edit it down. It's okay though. Seems like the longer videos get the more views. As long as you guys keep watching and don't skip ahead. You might miss something. There, that color is beautiful. I'm really happy with that. It's a second try. Actually, the yellow underneath is a nice base for this color, so it came really nice. Great. There you go. And I don't know what I'm gonna do next. The color is perfect as it is. I'm gonna leave it just like that there. That's the ideal color. Taillights are black. The exhaust plate will be gray again. I'll have to do that. So anyway, I'm really happy with that. Oh yeah, the window has to go in here. There's a black window. Okay, let's leave that for a few minutes, and we'll come back when it dries and start working on some other things. There, that's how the windshield's supposed to look. That came pretty nice. I'm gonna try the eyes right now. very carefully. Not the eyes, the headlights, way down here. That's pretty good for the eyes and the headlights. I mean the windshield. Now there's 3 black stripes on each fender. I don't know why they're there. See them? Right there. On each side. I'm going to put them on too because they're pretty easy to do. This is quite the complex tuner car, isn't it? Beautiful. There. Perfect on that side. And the taillights in the back are black as well, but they're silver inserts, so I'm going to put the black first. This is a brand new brush. I just made it. I took a thick brush and cut most of the bristles off it. There. And while I'm here, I'm going to put some gray paint on the exhaust pipe because I have some spilled on the counter over here. There's the back gray exhaust. Actually, it's silver, but I'll leave gray now and then maybe change it to silver when it dries. And there's actually some dots in here for lights. Beautiful. Check that out. And the back window in there is black as well. So I'm going to go back to the black, and the side windows are black too. Okay, let's try and do that very, very carefully. A small window back here. Okay, that looks good. And turn the other side. Same idea. This is going to be one of the nicest looking cars I've done actually when I'm finished by the looks of it. Especially getting those spikes on the back. There, check that out. Now the back window is pretty big. I'm going to try and hold the car right here. There, how's that look? Let's have a peek. There's the back window. It's actually right to the edges in the black on the back. I can go a little bit closer to the edges. Perfect. That's all I'm going to do there. There's the side windows, and the headlights have to put some green in there eventually. But now I'm going to try and do the tires because the tires have to be painted black, and I'm going to try to do it without spinning them like I always do. I'm going to try and do it a different way because I don't want to make a mess right now. I'm doing too good. Okay, we're almost done on this car, believe it or not. There's a little black right here on the light. I missed this piece around the corner here. And I put some stripes on the back too, like there. And the door handle, I covered the doorknob in. And on this side as well, I did the doorknob on this side. And also there's a little bit of black around the corner. And that's it for that. Now let's see. The headlights have little circles, black circles inside them. I'll show you what I mean. There's the headlight. Little tiny black circles. I'm going to try and do that right now with the little black brush I have. It's supposed to be replicating scales, I think, on the Komodo dragon. There, that looks perfect. Now, I have to do scales all along this side in green, look. And that's going to be really difficult, so I'm going to try change the paint to green, the same green I used in the wheels. And this may not come out looking very good, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. It starts right up by the fender, and right behind the headlight, there's little tiny scales. They're kind of like moons attached together. And it's not going to be very dark, it's going to be like a highlight. This green kind of highlights it all on the side. Be little half circles. Mesh in the whole thing. Paint's kind of watery, but that's okay. It's kind of better that way. Right down the whole car, down the side. Try and make little circles, like almost like scales is what they are. Scales on the side of the car. The dragon has. They don't really have scales. They kind of have like spikes. I can't describe it. Is it looking good? What do you think? Right to the very back. It'll be hard to replicate. I'll just pretend I'm making them. How's that? It'll look like scales when I'm done. Still, looks pretty darn good. Right to the bottom. There. That's that side. Now let's turn it around and do the same on the other side. And again, it starts right in the front corner, right here. Sort of scale things. Not scales, I keep saying scales, but it's actually... I don't know what you call it, actually. It's almost like a mesh blanket. There, that's all I'm going to do there. There's only one thing left to do for this car is the engine hood has two really bright stripes right down the front of the watch. There, that's what I'm waiting for. The last step is the two red stripes. Okay, here goes the hardest part of the whole thing. Starting at the, just on either side of the eyes, there's one line right down to the bottom of the engine hood. And it gets a little bit wider at the top. One. Now if I can do that on the other side, wow, that'd be great. There. I think we're finished, everyone. Let's have a look. There's a picture of the actual Komodo car. And here is our Komodo replica, I guess you'd call it. Got the perfect color. Beautiful side work, scales, or whatever you want to call it. The car is exactly almost dead on to what it should look like. Look, what do you think? Did I do a good job? Leave a comment down there if you like it. And here's Wingo, the car that looks like it. The same company that makes them. I think I did a pretty good job. That's probably one of the best ones. Turn it around again, have a quick peek at this side. And while I was off camera, I actually painted the exhaust pipe silver and put silver lights on the back. And I got the window straightened out. Wow. Well, let's get some pictures and we'll call this a video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you liked the video. Here is Yokoza, his twin. Perfectly done. And there is DJ Wingo. Wow. And Snot Rod's over here somewhere. There's Snot Rod. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the suggestion. That was a lot of work, but it's actually turned out pretty darn good. Have a great day.